Hello, my wonderful people. The greater Nigerian, the great Biafrans, the lovers of freedom and the lovers of mankind. I don't land again like Land Rover. I don't like the land like Port Cayenne. I don't land like Ghost Phantom of Rolls Royce. Anyone where you call them, Becca will proceed straight into the business of this day because one of my listeners and also a very good friend of mine, he said we should always go straight to the news because now that than the born, they listen to the intro. So this time around, there's nothing like intro again. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please endeavor to do that as soon as possible. And make sure you turn on the discussion button so that you'll be notified time we go live or post something new on this channel or another channel before related to Okute Daily Talk. So I want to use this medium and also opportunity to let my fans, the ones who believe in Biafra and also the ones who believe in Nigeria, if you have never gotten your PVC, please endeavor to do that as soon as possible. Make sure you get the PVC to vote in whoever you think will make this country better for everyone who believes in Nigeria and also the ones who believe in Biafra. So let us move straight into the business of this day. Starting our news with the Nigerian government and their current blackmail on Biafra and IPOB and also to the ESN. Waiting Musa no go see forget you. Anyway, I don't have to go much. Nigerian government and their games of blackmail against lawful IPOB. The Nigerian government has been bitterly unpleased over the glaring progress the indigenous people of Biafra IPOB have made and still making on her quest to restore the sovereignty state of Biafran nation. Hence, Nigerian government has kept on pulling all forms of blackmail, steering on the peaceful Biafran restoration movement IPOB. A few weeks back, Ikedio Hakim, a former governor of Imo State, was attacked in what is suspected to be as a planned assassination, but fortunately failed as he can accept the attempt on his life. And I get it. If those gunmen behind the assassination plot have succeeded in killing the former governor, the Nigerian government and her media houses will have blamed it on IPOB. But thankfully, Ikedi lives to tell his story by himself and pointed out that IPOB had no hand in his attack, stating that it was carried out by highly trained assassins. Alright, they hear them. Make on the watch you. No be tomorrow night they begin to tell you IPOB have done this, IPOB have done that, whereas IPOB is innocent or whatever accusation being meted on them. Similarly, the Homo spokesperson to the coalition of United Political Parties CUPP Ikenga Ugochinyere Wimo was attacked on the 14th of January by men suspected to be working by the state government. The attack led to the death of Ikenga Ugochinyere elder brother, others, and the burning of several properties, including so many cars parked in and around the compound. Had it been that Ikenga Ugochinyere did not raise an alarm when the attack was going on, or had it been that they succeeded in killing Mr. Ugochinyere, the Nigerian government will blame the attack on IPOB or ESN just to dent the spotless image of our peaceful movement. Of course, not true, nah? There's no doubt about it. Despite the IPOB's continued distancing of herself from violence and criminality, Nigerian government keep on in many ways trying to indict IPOB, which they have all failed. Nigerian government have held bent on dishing out all manner of cheap blackmail against IPOB with the help of the sold out media, or should I call them brown envelope media houses in the country. It has been purely a case of giving a dog a bad name to kill it. Of course, always okuna, according to Igbo interpreting. However, IPOB have vowed to remain peaceful in the face of all blackmails and provocations. The movement have as well maintained that nothing can stop her quest for the total freedom of our people of old eastern region of Nigeria, Biafra land, through a peaceful means or through a peaceful dialogue, which is a referendum, and that is what we are waiting for. Hashtag free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu now. Hashtag free Biafra. Hashtag let my people go. Pharaoh, do not tie your ears or tie your nose. New Naira notice pressure in Southeast as it at home shortens deadline, which means that on 30th, no deposition of money. I mean, 30th being today, still don't be mistaking me because this news is real and current. There was a scramble in the entire Southeast states on Saturday following the attempt by residents to beat the deadline for the return of old Naira notes to banks. This is even as confusion pervaded the entire region following the entire rejection of old notes by most businesses. Daily Post report that this is as a result of a discovery that despite the announcement of the opening of banks on Saturday and Sunday, January 28 and 29, for the collection of old notes, January 30, which is just a day to the deadline, will be sit at home all in the Southeast. But this sit at home have all been cancelled. Instead of them to obey it, they keep on listening to Mazi Simon Eba right from Finland. Anyway, everyone have their choice to make. That is their own choice, and you as well have also your own choice to make. The sectional group, Indigenous People of Biafra IPOB, had in 2021 declared sit at home protest in the Southeast as a way to drive home the unhappiness of its members for the continued detention of their leader, Mazi Okechukwu Nnamdi Kanu. Despite calling off the protest, Mondays every week have continued to witness dull economic activities in the zone. In the most areas where Daily Post monitored activities, it was discovered that while many residents did not sorry about that. Why many residents did not have the new notes to spend, many businesses consigns were already rejecting the old note. As early as 7 a.m. on Saturday morning, the guests of new generation banks, including Fidelity Banks, Access Bank, UBA, and First Bank, all located along the Enugu-Onitsha Expressway in Awka, were already overtaken by customers who were waiting to be deposited old Naira notes in their accounts. It was the same situation in Enugu, Ebonyi, Abia, and Imo State. Also at Nkwoji area of Awka, where there is a concern of bank branches. The story was not different, as many others also queued up to make withdrawals from the automated teller machine ATM. The situation was also not different inside the bank branches of Nnamdi Azikiwe University, Awka. At the Enugu-Onitsha Expressway branch of Access Bank, customers were seen withdrawing new notes, but there was also a huge number of residents waiting to make withdrawals, just as only 2 out of the over 10 ATM points in the bank were paying. Meanwhile, in Eke Awka market, the most popular in the Anambra State capital, traders on Saturday started rejecting the old notes, though some accepted. Many others insisted they didn't have the time to take them to the bank on Sunday for the deposit. A trader in the provision section of the market, Mr. Cornelius Ewe, said, "I just came out today, Saturday, just to fulfill all righteousness. I'm not hoping to make so much sales because I stopped collecting old notes on Friday, January 27. Hey, while I know they finish you, according to people who speak this broken, I have collected all these things, though banks will open today, Saturday, and Sunday. I cannot collect the old notes and go to the bank on Sunday to pay in. By the way, on Monday, there will be sit at home. And on Tuesday, which is the last day, there will be too many people in the banks. Many people who are doing big businesses will be coming to deposit their cash, and many of them may have connections with the banks. So I cannot take small money and go and queue up for the whole day. Many people have faulted the new Central Bank of Nigeria economic policy, but there are others who have said that the policy may curb inflation and restore the dignity of the naira. An Awka resident, a politician, Honorable Azubike Ebe, said, Not that I'm happy with what is happening, but for 1 week now, I have had 10,000 naira of the new notes. I have refused to spend it. I have only been using transfers and POS to make payments for everything I needed. My wife too has some of the new notes, but I have encouraged her to keep every new note that comes in. We do not know where Nigeria is headed. So if all we need to feed our family after 31st January is the new notes, then we can rely on what we have, he said. You get it? So that is how it is. And that is the current news from Biafra land. Because of the sit at home, many people have been dangling up and down, rushing to the bank, both on Saturday and Sunday. Everywhere is screwed. Everywhere is impacted. They don't tell, what do they call it, CBN government, please increase the deadline. The man saying here, say people must go on 31st, go deposit their money, otherwise the legal tender, according to him, the grammar self, he off me, he said the legal tender will not have no value after 31st. But after all said and done, they still have to increase the deadline until the 10th of February. Even the House of Reps, they don't carry head now for ground saying the say do not agree for that 10th of this thing of February, unless they have to increase the thing by 6 months. By that time, they must have all buy votes and win the elections. Can you say it? That is why you say Nigeria can never be better. Because when you want to work, if you don't belong to the cabals, and whatever law you make that is not favoring them, they will counter it. They will turn against you. They will make the office where you are unbearable. They will even go and get a warrant arrest to arrest you. What kind of country is this, Seth? My brother, I don't have to talk much. Please, let us go straight into another news. We don't know Wakaya land here. Where we there now? Now the Boko Haram, that Boko Haram bandit, Abu Ilia, and that's 2 others. Nigerian army, you don't buy them. You get it? Troops of Operation Hadikai, alongside members of the Civil Joint Task Force, have reportedly annihilated a top Boko Haram commander called Abu Ilia alongside his 32 foot soldiers. The feat was said to have been achieved during an intelligence-led aggressive fighting patrol in some identified Boko Haram enclaves in Kayamari, Habasha, and Uwe villages in Kunduga, local government area of Borno State. According to Zagazola Makama, a counter-insurgent expert and a security analyst in Lake Chad, multiple intelligence sources indicated that the troops' superior firepower forced the surviving terrorists to flee in disarray, thereby abandoning their property and weapons. The troops also recovered and destroyed 50 bicycles from the terrorists' hideouts. The newly appointed Theater Commander Joint Task Force Northeast Operation Hadinkai, Major General Ibrahim Ali, shortly after taking over the command, pledged to sustain efforts towards ending the fight against Boko Haram insurgents in the Northeast. To achieve this, according to the new commander, all hands must be on desk. And make sure you, Ali, there's a complaint on my table concerning you that you have been diverting the funds meant for meant for the soldiers. Do make sure you pay them so that they will not turn against you at the front line. That is all I have to tell you this very important time. Ali, this one goes to you. It don't happen again, Our dancing minister will be a delegate Ademola. You see the dance Bugao, despite sacking as Osun governor, waiting to give the man confidence. Now waiting me, I don't know. But we still know how a ministry will be open one. I don't know how I can interpret this one for English. I beg Mona forgive me. The Osun State Governor Ademola Adeleke, in a video spotted online, has gone back to his dancing vibes, despite being sacked as the governor by the tribunal on Friday. Nigerian news record that a 3-man panel led by Justice Tase Kume in its ruling had declared the governor candidate of All Progressive Congress APC Adeboyaga Oyetola as the winner of the July 26 governorship election in the state. All these judges, how much they pay on? So does it mean that you people are trying to compromise the beavers now, because the beavers is what they use in that very election? So what is happening? Or are you people trying to let us know that this coming 2023 presidential election will also be manipulated, because the beavers If beavers cannot work in a governorship elections, you come and tell us that some part of the state were overvoted, which is that same beavers, so which is giving everybody confidence, saying that 2023 election is going to be free and fair. It seems like you people have compromised these beavers, and I don't even know how the poor masses is going to take, knowing fully well that they have abandoned everything they are doing, abandoned their businesses, their works, and all manner of things they are doing, even leaving the source of their livelihood just to go and queue to collect the PVC, hoping that they will vote the right person. But tomorrow when they vote finish, you come and tell me that the Tribunal of Court or Court of Appeal and the Supreme Court or High Court have said he, unless who the court reinstates is who becomes either the governor or the president. This country, this hand where they use the waka, my brother. In the next 50 years, Nigeria still they go backward instead of forward. Though I must tell you the gospel truth. The majority judgment of the two judges against one ordered that the certificate of return should be withdrawn from Adeleke and issued to Adeboyaga Oyetola in Osun State. The majority judgment, which was read by the chairman, Justice Tase Kume, said Oyetola scored the majority lawful votes of 314,921 against Adeleke 290,266. However, rather than go moody, Adeleke in an event was spotted dancing to a popular Nigerian song titled Buga Buga Buga. So you see the Buga? Continue, my dear. I saw you do the Buga. You enter the office, you couldn't do anything. You keep on accusing one another until they pursue you out. Now you still go to dance the Buga. Continue with your Buga master. The People's Democratic Party PDP governor who has vowed to appeal the judgment of the tribunal in the Court of Appeal expressed delight at the event with dancing steps. Watch the video, you will understand. Nnamani don't speak out to, he don't tell us, say, look at the reason why in the support Tinubu, even while he is a member of PDP. Now they don't suspend them. Hey, this one na case of betrayal. You betray your party and you go to support opposition party. Nobody do be that. Now ndị Igbo ọnụ hụrụ ego n'anya karịa ihe niile. A former governor of Enugu State, Chimaroke Nnamani, has given his reason for supporting the presidential candidate of All Progressive Congress, APC, Bola Tinubu. Nigerian News report that Nnamani, alongside other chieftains of the People's Democratic Party, PDP in Ekiti and the Imo State, were suspended from the party for alleged anti-party activities. Subsequently, the PDP chieftain posters with Tinubu and different slogans were cited online, showing his alleged full support for the APC flag bearer. Anaware, giving his reason for supporting Tinubu, Nnamani claimed that PDP had breached its constitution to disallow the South the opportunity to run for the presidency. According to him, the PDP constitution specified that key political offices be rotated between the North and the South to ensure equity, justice, and fairness. The Nigerian News in that same vein gathered that the former Enugu State governor explained in a statement made available to pressmen on Sunday in Abuja that the PDP constitution was clear about adherence to the policy of rotation. He noted that conscious of the need to share and rotate key political offices among the diverse people of our country, the PDP constitution clearly stated that each shall adhere to all times to the policy and the rotation and the zoning of the party and public elective offices in pursuance of the principle of equity, justice, and fairness, according to Chimaroke Nnamani. Even when the PDP national chairman, Iyorchia Ayu, made a firm commitment to step down should a Northerner emerge as a presidential candidate for the 2023 elections, the leadership jettisoned the constitutional provision and turned the logic upside down simply because they believe they are only born to be ruling people. They cannot be ruled. It will be recalled that the PDP in 2019 allowed the North to contest the primary for the presidency in Port Harcourt, Rivers State, in which Atiku Abubakar claimed the ticket and contested the elections. Nnamani advanced that it was only normal that the party allows a candidate from the south is allowed to contest for the presidency from the party. Adding that, but with a twist of events and alleged political maneuvering, the PDP flag bearer Atiku Abubakar got the ticket again. Not only him, they may make it the contest now. The lawmaker further said that the outcome of the presidential primary infuriated southern PDP faithful, including the G5 governors who insisted on respecting the north-south rotation principle. He maintained that the action of the PDP amounted to injustice and lack of equity, maintaining that it is morally wrong to leave power in the north after the president, Major General Muhammadu Buhari, retired tenure in 2023. On his premise, the lawmaker observed that Tinubu is his preferred candidate because President Muhammadu Buhari respected the north-south power rotation, and that is why he created a window for political balancing that enabled Bola Tinubu to emerge as the presidential candidate. Bola Tinubu bought his way over. This Chumaro Nnamani, you're supposed to be elder statesman, but as I'm seeing you, no single truth in you. That is the year to see was Ashashi. He added that having critically examined the situation, I found Tinubu as the preferred candidate from the south to foot the bill in 2020, saying that there is a need for political harmony in a manner that gives all parts of Nigeria a sense of belonging, according to Chimaroke Nnahani. Again, 3 policemen killed by unknown gunmen have been non-gunmen in Enugu State. The policemen have been reportedly killed by unknown gunmen at the border checkpoint along Enugu-Abakaliki Expressway. Nigeria News gathered that the police public relations officer in Ebonyi State, Chris Anyanwu, confirmed the incident to Channels Television on Sunday. It was learned that the gunmen on Saturday night drove in 2 Sienna buses and struck the checkpoint. This platform understands that even though the police public relations officer in the state didn't give further details, it was learned also that another officer was also injured in the attack. The injured officer, who was reportedly to have been shot in the leg, is said to be receiving treatment at an undisclosed medical facility in Abakaliki, the state capital. The development is the latest of series of attacks on the police and other security agencies in the southeast of Nigeria. Recall that similarly in December of 2022, gunmen attacked a police checkpoint in Abakaliki and a police officer. The gunmen were reported to have stormed the checkpoint on a motorcycle on December 5, 2022 and opened fire on the police operatives, a situation which resulted in a shootout. The federal government has accused indigenous people of Biafra IPOB of being responsible for the deadly attacks in the region, but the group is repeatedly denied any involvement in the attacks. This is the problem we are having, and that is what we keep complaining all the time. Each time anything happened in Nigeria, what you will hear is that the IPOB is involved. Even when they are not involved, even when the Nigerian government are the ones that are doing all these things, they are the one. The unknown government that we know today in the eastern region is what is Nigerian security personnel. The DSS is among the unknown government. The SSS is among police, military, NSCDC, and also Navy. They are the people that made up this unknown gunmen, and they have been the one terrorizing the eastern part of the country. When they catch a criminal, they will label that criminal unknown gunmen, and they will say they are working with the ESN and IPOB, which is not true. But when they get the men unknown gunmen, nobody will see the news elsewhere, because those unknown gunmen, they are most trained. They are the well-trained police officers who have been in the bush for a very long time for their trainings. Yet, Nigerian government are not doing anything. How many times have you seen they capture this unknown gunmen because they know them and they know how to operate? How many times have they captured this what do they call them? This Fulani herdsmen who have rendered one complete community, Amufu in Enugu State. They rendered that, but a locality occupied by 70 to 80,000 people have been rendered useless, have been pursued from their ancestral land into neighboring countries, and they leave their ancestral land, their homes. They are now taking refuge in IDPs. Nigeria, which way forward? How can we avert all these atrocities being happening in Nigeria on daily basis? Is this how we are going to move forward as a country? Is this how we are going to make it as a country? Almost every bad thing that happened in every the eastern region, it is the IPOB or ESN. Nobody want to face the fact. Nobody want to do any investigation again. Everything have resorted to blackmailing upon blackmailing. Which way forward, Nigeria? That is what we keep asking. Which way forward? Before we conclude this news, please, this is the last not the least. 2023 article. Peter Obi, Kwankwaso wanted me in their campaign councils. Naji Atu Mohammed. He don't come again. Yeah. A former chieftain of the All Progressive Congress, APC, Naji Atu Mohammed, said the three of the leading presidential candidates wanted her in their campaign council while she was in the ruling party. Mohammed said she got overtures from Peter Obi of the Labour Party, Atiku Abubakar of the People's Democratic Party (PDP), and Rabiu Kwankwaso of the NNPP (New Nigerian People's Party). But she rejected them while she was in the APC Presidential Campaign Council APC PCC. In a chat with the Punch, the renowned human rights activist said she initially refused to work with any of the flag bearers because she didn't want to come across as a hypocrite and not be accused of anti-party activity. You are a complete liar and you are a sycophant. There's no any single truth in you. Whether they approach you or they not approach you, you have been with Tinubu for how many months? After he must have won the primaries, you met with him. That was when he went for a medical after the primary or before the primary. Say even before the primary, he went to London and you went there to meet him at his London home. Since then, he didn't even know that this man now does not stand the chance of winning, or even if he win, he is not the one that's going to rule Nigeria. Other than the people around him, is the one that's going to rule Nigeria, his wife and other etc. You didn't see all these things. But when your demands are not met, that is when you wake up and begin to cry like a baby that they just collected biscuit from. Tinubu want to do this, he want to do that. No be true, not true, not lie, not like this, like that. He can't hold a cup of tea. All of you politicians, you go and sit down. None of you have any single moral decadency, or even have any what did I call it? The interest of the masses at heart. Only by your people, whatever you people want is the one that will enter your pocket. If they didn't favor you, you come out and begin to cry like a baby. Dara. Mohammed, however, says she agreed to pitch her tent with Atiku because the PDP has nationwide structures and can rival Tinubu and APC, stressing that both Obi and Kwankwaso don't have structures. And you say you're an activist. Ara. She said, I was getting overcharged from Peter Obi, Atiku Abubakar and Rabiu Kwankwaso, and I kept rejecting them because I didn't want to come across as a hypocrite. Obi and I wanted to meet, but we were both very busy, and I outright refused to meet with Atiku. I am quite close to Kwankwaso, and this is even beyond politics. I knew what he did as a governor of Kano State. He prioritized education, provided an enabling environment for businesses to thrive, and rehabilitated drug addicts. I respect Obi very highly. He has been the relying point for the youth in this country. However, both Obi and Kwankwaso are handicapped now. They started their parties too close to elections, and they don't have structures. So no matter how hard you try, it is difficult to make it. When I don't share the victory now, people where they share Nigerian presidency. Our experience is similar to that of Buhari. Nobody has ever been as popular as Buhari in northern Nigeria. But why does he keep losing? He was getting his 15 million votes consistently, but he never made it. He got a bridge to cross to the other side, until Obi and Kwankwaso got across that bridge. It is going to be difficult. The Obi and Kwankwaso movement, if properly managed, can outlive them. I don't hear you now. Now you don't see them. Evil people everywhere. Structures. What are the structures are you talking about? The evil structures. The structure that is that are looking to arrest MFLA simply because he was doing the right thing. That is the structures that they are talking about now. So my good people of Biafra, the lovers of freedom and lovers of